How you doing, everyone? Sinister the Gamer section, bringing you another review. Today I'm covering the Foglands for the PS5, the PSVR2, PC, and Meta. You play Jim, a survivor living in a world filled with toxic gas. Survivors are forced to live underground, and for survival, only the few have to brave the Foglands to gather supplies. Can you handle the hazards out there in the wild? Graphically, the Foglands has a cartoon look to it when it comes to the character models that you run across. The game is presented in two modes, first person view and VR mode. The first person mode you can play normally, and the VR mode requires a headset, either the PSVR2 or the Meta. The color scheme is very dark with illuminations that has that eerie feeling, seeing that the gameplay reminds me of the Borderlands games when you're shooting the monsters and collecting items. The animation is smooth and fluid in both gameplay modes. The Foglands runs at a silky smooth 60 frames per second. The creepy music fits the tone like a glove, and the sound effects are clear on speakers and on the headset. The voice dialogue is alright, but not Oscar worthy. The devs used the Unreal Engine 5 to help make this game possible. The presentation isn't glamorous. The Foglands is a first-person roguelike shooter, and in the beginning you have two modes to choose from, that is normal and story. The normal difficulty is where the game gets challenging, and the story mode is where it's the easy mode where the plot unfolds. The controls are responsive when it comes to moving around in first person, the usual in first person shooters. Enemies come around in different forms. They will attack with melees or they will shoot at you. You can pick up items and weapons off the floor and scraps or use as currency that you can trade in with the modman to get better weapons or healing items. Sooner or later, you're going to deal with tougher enemies and you're going to need better weapons to deal with them. However, ammo is hard to come by if you're playing in the normal difficulty. But if you get killed during gameplay, you're back on the train with the stranger and you have to start it all over again. And you can't treat this game like Borderlands because Foglands lacks personality. When it comes to the fall, one of the issues I encounter is the storyline. It's very subpar and disappointing. It's very not really engaging. And another issue are the random frame drops when you're in certain rooms, because when you go in there, it doesn't run at a constant 60 frames per second. And overall, the gameplay is very disappointing. It's very easy to get lost and get killed by enemies. And it's very unbalanced, which needs a patch to fix these issues. I give the Foglands a 2 out of 5. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to drop us a like and subscribe to the channel.